It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boy, I'm going to tell you what a day.
What's today? Wednesday, hump day. It is totally a hump day is all I can say.
We are completely out of whack because my partner here set off the alarms this morning.
Oh, I know.
My partner here called off the morning show.
Yeah.
My partner here is talking about a great party when?
Tuesday. That's why all these crazy things have been happening.
So I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't even know where the flyer's over there.
I'm going to sign a petition.
It's over. The big one's over there in the frame.
I'm going to sign a petition. I am no longer, take that.
Thank you.
Doing this event or any other event outside of this house.
Why?
I'm decided I'm not doing it. I will cut people off at 100 if you want, but I will not go through this again.
Why? It's no worse than doing it in-house. I think it's easier than doing it in-house.
Oh, yeah, this is a whole lot easier. The amount of work that this thing does.
You have no idea what it takes to do it in-house.
I live with it. I see you every day with the amount of work.
What it was like here Christmas when everything had to be cleaned out of here.
No.
In May when the bar came and everything had to be put away over there.
I know where my dust balls are. I know what needs to be clean. I know how much booze is here. I know.
You just don't
mi casa,
you like being in control.
Not in control. When people come through this door, I'm going to say, welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Isn't the house a welcoming thing?
But how great that crazy Uncle Mike is donating
He's fantastic.
His place
But
for
I don't have control
hours.
of the event.
It's the control
and
thing.
You are driving me insane.
I know.
I mean, I feel like Crazy Eddie.
I know.
Remember Crazy Eddie? Insane.
Because
I haven't felt this way in 15 years.
Well, the other side to this event is all these new shows that you've been bringing in. So with layers.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll stop doing that.
No, I'm just saying. So this layered anxiety and stress is not just this. It's a lot of new shows and new content, which is amazing. It's just, and we've got new crew. We've been interviewing. We've been going to job fairs. Yesterday, I couldn't even see straight. By 2 o'clock yesterday, I sat down in the chair behind the board. And we had 2 new crew members walk in. I don't even think I spoke to them.
All right, so I'm going to talk to the ladies.
You can talk to the ladies.
If they tell you, right, if Michelle tells you, Laura, we're going to go to an event and we're going to talk to people and have them sign up. And I say, I'm looking for 15. You know, that's the number after 14, right? So I'm looking for 15. If I get 15 people, interns at the college, I'm very happy. I raise my glass, I say, all right. So guess how many we signed? Remember, the number was 15. How many do you think we signed?
50.
More.
Really? 100?
82.
Ooh.
82. So they're beginning to show up. So all of a sudden, my friend here, ooh, there's a lot. There was 8 of them in here yesterday. So we put them on the show. Because how do you deal with 8 people at one time? And I was only kidding. I invited them to be on the show.
How would they know that you were kidding?
But they showed up.
Of course they showed up.
I told them to come for the morning.
If your potential employer says show up and you want the job, wouldn't you show up?
Yeah.
We played the odds. Monday he did the same thing, but on Monday no one showed up.
2.
Two.
And I said, here we go. Out of 82 show up, that's not bad.
So 2 showed up on Monday. 11 showed up yesterday, and then 2 more came in the afternoon, and then some of them came back, which is amazing because all these new shows and new reality pieces you're doing need editors, production, shows, and that thing that Prissy did, that organizational flow chart that I don't understand, we need it. So I need someone to explain it to me so they can put the flow chart in place, because if there's a flow chart, which you will never look at, I know. I'm barely looking at it. We're lucky now he looks at the calendar. There's a flow chart of what's been put in content-wise that needs to be edited, what's next, all of those things.
So the reason I'm airing this laundry, besides I have a migraine like you do, I've had one for 4 days now. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning editing, fixing, repairing, because one of the things you have to know and understand, when you bring in new blood, there is a change of the guard. There are things where pink looks red and red looks green. And we're at that stage. There are things that happen, we have to be on top of it constantly to fix it, repair it, and then make amends. Sometimes something slips through the cracks. And it isn't that you didn't try, 4 in the morning, you did try, client is not happy, that's the end of that. But it alludes me to what the ladies are working on. And it's funny because God has a sense of humor, man, that I gotta tell you, I gotta sit today and I'm gonna say, you got me. Sense of humor. When things are looking great and all the business comes your way and you say to yourself, man, this is pretty good. You get 12 new deals, you get Netflix, you get all of this stuff. But then the phone calls start. Yo, Freddy, we got to sit down. Yo, Freddy, we got to sit down. I got people calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning now.
Oh.
So I'm alluding this because the ladies are working very, very hard at what they're trying to accomplish. So Couch Talk, and again, the other talk is no longer with us. So Couch Talk is on the air and doing their thing. And it expresses to what they're working on is just simple math. If you have something to say or something to sell, then you should do it in the largest platform possible. And you should do it at the most reasonable cost that you can achieve. Now, I laugh because people used to tell me that we weren't ABC and we weren't CBS and we weren't that. But I got that now. So when I show you their prices at $15,000 a month, people say, are you out of your mind? Well, you wanted it. So the reason that I'm making fun of you and the reason that I don't want to do it outside is because I'd rather do a fantastic thing inside, have a nervous wreck, breakdown inside than anywhere else.
I'd rather have it outside so someone else will clean up after it
But
for
we
me.
took care of that. Last time we did this, all the interns formed.
I had a nervous breakdown in-house and then had to clean and put furniture back. I'd rather do it out of house. I can still have the same nervous breakdown and someone else is going to clean.
Gato was here and he had 20 interns clean, put it away.
It's not the same
Karen
as
came,
not being in your house.
Karen came the next day and cleaned. The one thing that they wanted to ask me was, can you send Dawn home and let us do what we do? And if it's not good the next day, we'll come back. This is what they told me because it was a Friday night. And they came, Karen came Saturday, spick and span. She put stuff away, I can't find it even to today. It was in May. So you gotta learn how to grow because what did J-Lo say?
I don't know.
She said, pain is change. Embrace it.
True.
So if you can't embrace it.
I'm embracing it.
No, you're not. You're a nervous wreck.
I am so embracing it because we've got such incredible sponsors for Tuesday, October 21st.
You should be happy.
5 o'clock, Crazy Uncle Mike's, Working Nurses Home Care with Jackie and her entire crew. Incredible gold sponsors of the Amp Media Futures Foundation. Plus, they're buying more tickets to bring everyone that was at karaoke night last Thursday night. And we were able to have, we had a new client in last night who needed help with his mom. He didn't know how to get the help for his mom. It was 6 o'clock. His mom wasn't going to be discharged without help. And I called Working Nurses, we called all the numbers, and they got someone to help his mom within an hour. So she was able to discharge and go home. That's how incredible they are. PHT Live, oh my gosh, check this out. Peter Tracy, he has an incredible channel on YouTube. If you like the 50s and 60s, like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Subscribers entered to win a free t-shirt as well as hopefully meet Peter right here in studio. Great commercial they put together for him. So many great sponsors. Michelle's helping us with the events. We've got Aroma Lisa's donating a candle that looks like a designer handbag. It's either Chanel or Dior. I'm going to pick it up over the weekend.
Put one up there.
Lisa Mead Romero donated an incredible Mary Kay basket, $300 value of all the Mary Kay products, skincare products, going to be raffled off. So many great things. Charlotte's out. We've got a whole restaurant, a lot of gift cards coming out from that. Incredible sponsors.
Perla wants to do some stuff with us.
And we've got a music lineup. We've got Heather Lee. We've got John Justice Parker. I know you all love him. We've got The Ruse, which is Jalen and Josh and Megan and Jose. We've got Creeper Jr. joining us. So they're part of 561 Music, another incredible sponsor.
14, 12, and 10-year-olds.
And they're just amazing. So many great
Okay,
people
so you're
joining
telling
us.
me all
and
the
Ricky
reason-
Belufe and Dominic Delaney.
But you're telling me all the reasons that you should be calm.
I'm calm.
Now, we have an expert in here about the nervous system.
Yeah.
I think she's going to have to short-circuit yours.
It's
and
already been
reboot it.
short-circuited, so we're all good on that. Well, I short-circuited a long time
And
ago.
you should be excited.
I am excited.
You're driving me crazy.
And just when I was because I had to talk to Heather, and I knew she had to get out early today.
Oh, everybody's leaving early. They're leaving me early.
And just when I was getting ready to hit that Amazon button for decor,
Yeah.
in Watch Magical Creations, and she's like, I got you. So you saved my life on decor. And printing's going to go to the printer, and as you say, sacabo, whatever that means, we're good to go.
Se acabó.
That. What does it mean? If it meant a bad word, I'm really sorry. But I'm just in my head. You're like sacabo. So
Let them.
Let them. Let them. Anyway, ready to talk to our guests?
Are you?
Or you want to go to break?
What happened to the clock?
We don't have one. It's 12:18. Let's take a quick commercial break. I don't know where it is.
Somebody swipe the clock.
More to come. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
At Gen X, we believe skincare should be both powerful and purposeful. Beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Powered by women, made for everyone. Packed with bovine placenta, a rare regenerative ingredient rich in growth factors and nutrients. Infused with collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and coconut oil. Each ingredient is powerful on its own, but even better together. Feel the science, see the glow. Shop Gen X now at genxbeauty.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilson Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilson. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilson Art Gallery today.
Nova Fresh Kitchen in Boca Raton is a vibrant, fast-casual eatery ideal for health-conscious dinners. With a bright, fresh ambiance, a nutritious and fully gluten-free menu ranging from breakfast pastries to protein-packed bowls, soups, smoothies, and coffee, it is a reliable choice for a fresh, wholesome bite any time of day. You can find them at 625 Northeast Spanish River Boulevard, Boca Raton, or order online at novafk.com.
Looking to help create opportunities for students with a passion for media? Join the Spotlight for a Cause fundraiser. In partnership with Do Good Delray, AMP2 Media Productions, 561 Music, and Crazy Uncle Mike's, we will amplify the talent of local artists, musicians, and storytellers while raising critical support for our students. Located at Crazy Uncle Mike's on October 21st at 5 p.m., join us. Be a part of shaping futures. Be a part of the story.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Great.
All right, we're back.
And we're raffling off a car before we talk to the ladies. And we have entered to win with the Core Foundation tickets that she is going to be selling. $20 for a ticket, $10 goes back to Amp Media Futures Foundation, $10 goes back to the Core Foundation to enter to win a 2025 or 26 Honda Accord or Honda CR-V LX.
Hold on.
Nice.
Are they drawing this that night?
Drawing is New Year's Eve.
Ah.
So you got plenty of time to get your tickets in. Tickets are $20. Drawing is New Year's Eve. And actually, one of our very own won second prize last year. He won a cruise.
He never won on it.
Nice.
So a lot of cool things. So Cassandra's going to be there selling tickets. All right, let's get into this. So it's a great, so many great things. So thank you.
And there's also a grab bag or bag. What was this bag thing you guys were talking about?
Sponsor bags.
Yeah, well, you want to tell them that?
So sponsor bags, yes, $100 if you would like to sponsor Spotlight Your Business. Just bring us your swag or your materials to put in the bag by the end of this week or by Monday so we can get it out. We're figuring about 100 people, so whether it's a free tryout at a gym or we're giving out our Brooklyn Cafe bells, anything that you want to spotlight your business is $100 donation to Amp Media Futures Foundation. Some more information, you can contact us right here at the studio.
Anything else?
Yeah,
I want you to get it all out.
We got to talk to the ladies.
I know, but if I don't get this all out.
They got to go to work. All right,
So let's bring the ladies over.
Michelle and Lauren, hosts of Couch Talk, are here with two incredible ladies, Randee and Dr. Karolyn, joining us. So welcome, ladies. I love the way you match, all ready for fall in your orange and your black.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
All right, so tell us what's happened. How was the show today?
Oh, we had a great show.
That was good.
Very informative. We talked about education. We talked about ADHD, things that really hit home to
You talked
both
about
of us.
Lauren.
Yeah. Well, I also have a child that has ADHD or
And you talked
ADHD.
about Lauren
Sure
again.
did. Absolutely. No, it was personal because it's me and
It hit home.
Yeah.
it really did. No, today was inspirational and it was informative, and we had two really great guests on that I think a lot of people can relate to. So it was really great. I'm proud of this episode for sure. So we had on Randee Simon, who runs an educational company, and they go in and they help families kind of navigate through schooling, because we know how different it is today than it used to be. And so Randee is really great. So I'll let her.
we have
and we-
our doctor
and
has
we
to
have- and
get
we have
going.
do-
She has a
appointments.
client. Yeah.
Busy. Okay,
We wanted
so we'll do.
you guys to talk with her first.
We'll do Dr. Karolyn
Yeah.
first then.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
absolutely.
Now, the Karolyn I was talking to about neuropathy and nervous systems and things of that nature, we came out with an interesting conversation because there's two parts to that whole dilemma. You know, neuropathy, when you start getting in your legs and your hands and parts start being chopped off because it's gotten so bad, it's out of control with diabetes and what have you, there are solutions. So if my people that watch the show, if you have diabetes, you may want to hear this next conversation. I'll give you a second to get a pen because the object of the game is to overcome this and make yourself feel better. You have to do things that you don't necessarily are doing.
I need to ask, though, his work, My Hands Chiropractic, I'm assuming that's you, Dr. Karolyn.
Yes, it is.
But this flyer is unique. This flyer is not talking about neck pain or back pain or sciatica or diabetes, which is why I keep looking, because I'm listening to you and I'm looking at this. You're talking about emotions, behavior, anxiety, allergies, asthma, all the things that you would never think chiropractic. Am I reading this correctly?
You are reading it correctly.
All right, can you
Yes.
tell us more about your practice? Because it's so different than what I would think a chiropractor is doing.
Right. So a lot of people think about chiropractic as being about back pain and neck pain, right? But the reality is chiropractic is all about your neurology. Your brain and nervous system control everything about you. And through the chiropractic adjustment, it affects your brain and nervous system. So our focus is not on structure. It's not on about alignment. It's about how is your brain functioning. So we use the chiropractic adjustment to specifically trigger the brain so the brain and nervous system start healing. And when it starts to function properly, everything else can. So what we see is that by focusing on the neurology, everything that the brain manages, behavior and emotions and regulation, those begin to improve. So yes, we can take care of things like back pain and neck pain, but the bigger thing that we're focusing on is helping the entire body get healthy so that you can regulate all those things. That's why Randee and I met about a workshop on ADHD, because so many parents today are looking for solutions for their children that don't involve drugs or medication. They want natural solutions, and that's what she does the education part of it, I do the neurology part of it, to help children to be able to function well without drugs and medication.
Well, with the neurology part, you're still doing an adjustment.
Yes.
But you're adjusting, is it a different way of adjusting?
No, well,
than
yes
you would
and
for
no.
pain, or is it just real? I understand, but I'm interested in more.
Yes, because the brain controls everything, and from the brain you have nerves that go through your spinal cord. When we adjust the spinal cord, it affects the brain. So yes, we adjust. It's very similar to a chiropractor who would adjust for pain, except our focus is how is it going to affect the brain. So a lot of times, if you've ever been to a chiropractor or you've seen it done, they adjust you from head to tail. Everything gets done at once, right? In our situation, we know that we're focusing on getting the brain to adapt and make changes, so we do less at each visit so that the brain will specifically focus on the little bit that we do, gives us a longer term result. So it's not really very much not about structure, it's all about function. When we can get the brain functioning, then the body starts following suit and begins to function well.
And Randee, I may as well bring you into this conversation as a whole. You do educational seminars. You guys do them together? Or how does your practice work?
So I own an educational full services company,
Okay.
and we work with students of all ages. And I get very, very frequent calls from parents asking, if we can take their ADHD child or their child who is somewhere in the spectrum. And we become close friends, and we help their kids. And one of the things that parents are hesitant to do is to medicate their child today. And they ask us about the side effects of all the medications. What do we see in the classroom? Because we're all certified classroom teachers. And so, I saw an advertisement for Dr. Karolyn's seminar, and I thought, wow, this is something that I might be able to offer to my clients as an alternative to medication. Because I would say, COVID really messed up our educational system in this country.
Yeah.
It really, I started teaching 30 years ago. And so the wisdom and the seasoning that I've gotten over the years and the changes in education have been enormous. And kids are just, struggling
I
right
think
now.
Everyone's struggling right now. So
Well, they have no attention span.
No one
That's
does.
the biggest thing.
Well,
It's,
I
you know,
don't.
all the TikTok and
There's-
it
yeah,
sounds
there's-
so old saying that, but it's true. It's like
They have a
30-second
attention span, so how
Yeah.
are they going to learn?
If even.
And you add that to now there's an enormous, if you've been watching the news at all, there's an enormous outbreak of identifications of kids being in the spectrum.
Yeah.
Kids and adults being in the autistic,
Yeah.
Asperger's spectrum. It's off the charts now. Everyone's getting classified with some kind of a specific learning disability, and everybody's asking, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
Well, let me
Is
ask
it the
Dr. Karolyn
vaccines?
then.
Is it COVID?
Is it neurologically, are things shifting neurologically that you see an increase in all of this, and then Randee's seeing an increase, and our houses are seeing an increase?
So they're blaming it on Tylenol.
It's multifaceted for sure, and there has been a very definite rise in the number of people with diagnoses, neurological diagnoses in particular. We can see this, it's multifaceted for sure. Back in 1986, a law was passed taking the liability away from the vaccine companies. And so now vaccines are given, it used to be just a few. Now by the time somebody's 18, they should, if they receive everything, it is between 72 and 100 shots of vaccines by the time they're 18. Yeah. Put that on top of the change in our food industry, where the majority of our food is now highly processed, and some of the ingredients are not healthy at all. You combine those two things together. So if you live a typical American life in a typical American city eating typical American food, you're going to end up with a typical American diagnosis. What we're trying to do is educate people, pull them away from all that process, get them away from the toxins and back to more natural lifestyle. So by educating on food and the food industry, educating on toxins, particularly medications and big pharma, we can help bring down the toxicity and improve the neurology so that people start beginning to heal. And then when we combine that together with what Randee's doing with helping to educate and increase their attention spans and be able to focus and remember, now we've got kids that are starting to thrive.
But then we have to get them off of phones.
Yeah, and social media.
That's
social
part of it
media.
too.
Good luck with that. And social media, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, smoking was encouraged. I remember swallow as much sugar was encouraged until people started to drop dead here of cancer and diabetes and everything else. So I think what you're looking at is you're looking at the offset of something that was established in our society because of money.
It's funny, I saw a commercial this morning for sugar. Our growers in Florida getting ready for the holiday season. And when you just said that, and when I saw it, I thought, holiday season. But yes, sugar goes in everything.
Everything.
But it doesn't mean don't eat sugar. But there's certain ways to eat it, right? That people,
Everything in moderation.
everything's in moderation. And I think if you're making it yourself, just like mom and grandma, not my mom, but grandma and whoever other people used to bake, right? Look at Little House on the Prairie. They put sugar in food. No one had what they have now. I go back. It's so many other things. It's the layering of technology and EMFs and all of that other stuff that we're surrounded by.
I'm a firm believer as a mother whose child is on the spectrum. My 7-year-old has Asperger's. And I am a firm believer of environmental causes, genetic causes. Once again, everything has changed, right? So you see these numbers rising, and of course, another thing is a lot more people are getting evaluated even into adulthood now than they did before.
Right.
Well, they push it more now.
They push it more.
I mean, the teachers are so quick to label a kid. I mean, I've been hearing that since Brooke was little. She's ADHD. I'm like, no, she just is bored in your class.
Right.
That's it. She's
not my
bored.
But I also don't want people to not take advantage if you feel that there is, I knew with my son from 10 months, if there is something, even as an adult, a teenager you have, or, school-age children, don't be afraid of the stigma that comes with that labeling that Randee is talking about. Because I get it. It's scary. It's discouraging. It's scary for any parent to hear, but we have to be the advocate for our children. Because if we're not, you may get a school system that's pushing your child through just to get that diploma. You know what I mean? So I think it's really important that people take advantage of the programs that are there for their children, because the best thing that we can do is get them help as early as possible. Whether it's naturally with chiropractic care or in school with extra help. It's important because it affects families.
Absolutely. Yeah, Randee.
When I first met Lauren, I thought, I love her. And I did, and I complimented her on her parenting skills.
Thank you.
Because in our society today, it's very difficult to parent with everything that they're facing with their kids in every category, and I loved Lauren because she's proactive, and she wasn't in denial, acknowledging that her son had some challenges at 10 months of age.
Yeah.
And most parents, to see in yourself or to see in your children is almost next to impossible, right? Everybody else can see things, but you can't. You're in denial. And if you're in denial about disabilities that your child has, you can't help them, and you can't give them the therapy and the support that they need as soon as possible. And so I admire you. I told you that.
I wish when I was coaching kids, and I did it for 21 years, that I knew someone like you. Back in the day, there was no you. They didn't have somebody like you.
Yeah.
So my coaching staff, I had 12 coaches on my team. It was unheard of. We had a travel team. We were successful. And every one of them had to evaluate the kids. That's over here. And then the rest of them, we had to evaluate the parents. Because having a kid and helping him and sending him to an environment that did not work was the biggest challenge. And you just said something that is the hardest thing. It says, well, she's just bored as to what that was the biggest problem we had in school, in houses. I had baseball players that weighed 200 pounds, and they were this big. So we had to clean that up as well. We had to put them on a diet. If they did not follow our program, I'm talking about the parents, the kid couldn't play for this team. Now, I had a waiting list for kids to play in our team because we were beyond football and baseball. We were about trying to educate kids. So we're trying to do what you actually do as one person. Back then, it took me 12 people to do what you do as a one. So that's an accomplishment. It is harder today. Wait till your granddaughter's born, and you have conversations with your son and his wife. And I'm gonna tell you something. She's Latina and he's not. You're gonna be calling Randee up real quick because the teaching method today.
Oh, it's so different.
I call it "ay bendito," because there's a lot of sympathy.
They just
with
don't want to.
kids.
They're not happy.
Yeah.
I was on the PTSO last year, and I spent a lot of time in the school. And you know, when you're a part of the parent-teacher-student organization, the teachers tend to complain to you more than they should, you know, and none of the teachers are happy. They're not being compensated the way they should. And the kids are getting, what I hear from every teacher, every year the kids are getting worse. You know, they're very entitled, they don't listen, they don't, you know, so.
Well, I think too.
It's a hard thing.
I think too, we don't give teachers enough appreciation. They are shaping the children of tomorrow.
True.
They are underpaid and overworked, and most of the time come out of their own pocket for stuff in the schools. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think that we don't offer enough resources, and I think what happens is our children are the one who suffers because it's easier to pass it along to the next person than to deal with the root cause. So that's why being proactive is super important, and getting somebody in your corner like Randee or Dr. Karolyn that can kind of guide you through those steps. Because, again, Randee, thank you. I appreciate that sentiment. I am a single mom, and so we have therapies. We have things that we have to do. You have to be proactive, and I want my child to have every single opportunity that every other child, neurotypical or neurodivergent, the same.
That's why your show was so great. I want to get your information out. We're going to take a quick break. Dr. Karolyn, how do people reach you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram. You can reach us at his work, myhandschiropractic.com. Of course, Facebook and Instagram. hisworkchiro@gmail.com is our email address, or call us at 561-517-8445. And we really do take an objective look at what's going on. So we run neurological scans on everyone from newborns up to adults to find out what's going on in the nervous system and where the interference may be. So it's not just subjective, it's very much objective information to help function better.
I was watching Brilliant Minds last night. I think it was on Monday night. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It talked about this, exactly what it was talking about. Well, it was a grown woman, very financially successful. Her family thought she had Alzheimer's and dementia, but they took her out of her environment and they ran all these scans. They looked at the amygdala and they looked at the brain and the neurological scans, and they explained why she was this way. I don't want to give it away, but it's a brilliant show. So it talks.
What's the name of it?
Brilliant Minds.
I watched Dangerous Minds.
But they talked about this and the neurological scans, that you need them. You just can't have this subjective looking at it. It's like when you go to the gynecologist and they give you hormones and they don't check your labs. So it's things that you have to really look at. So always be proactive. And Randee?
I was just thinking in regards to your comments, I've worked with kids forever, and maybe I was counting the other day, almost 12,000 students have walked over my doorway, or I've worked with. It takes a village to raise a child. Yeah. It does. And Freddie's 100% right. It can't be just one person, even a parent or a teacher or an administrator, who's going to help your child to be successful. It takes a whole team. And when I left teaching, when COVID hit, because I just didn't want to be in the classroom with that, and it was time to retire anyway. When I left there, I thought, I'm going to develop a team.
How do people reach you and your team? And we'll come back after commercial break.
Thank you. Facebook, Randee, Randee Simon, or my phone number, 561-558-7731. My email, simonstudentsthrive@yahoo.com. And for anybody who's watching the Brooklyn Cafe show today, and you mention when you call me that you watch the show, I will give you a 15-minute free educational consult.
Amazing. All right, more to come. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Oh my God, Dawn, look at where we're at. We're at Crazy Uncle Mike's, and what's going to happen here on October 21st?
Huge thank you to Crazy Uncle Mike and Do Good Del Rey for being able to help support the AMP Media Futures Foundation right here on October 21st, 5 o'clock. Save the date, coming out. All proceeds benefit the interns and producers of AMP Media Production. Music, food, drink, raffles, and a whole lot of fun and community. So come on out, check out the stage, see what's happening next.
Guys, you do not want to miss out on this event, October 21st, 5 p.m., Crazy Uncle Mike's. Be there or be here or be square. We're gonna have great entertainment, great food, great drinks, all the above. You're gonna have a fantastic time, and it's all going back to AMP Media Futures Foundation.
Don't miss out on a chance to give back while having a blast. Come join us at Uncle Mike's.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years, doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
At Coriander, we bring you simplified yet elevated Indian food, where every spice, every aroma, and every clay oven dish is a celebration of your senses. From the rich warmth of cinnamon and cloves to the depth of turmeric and coriander, our curries are crafted with love, passion, and tradition. Comfort food from across the ocean. Come taste the magic at Coriander. Visit us at 3441 Woolbright Road, Boynton Beach, Florida, or call 561-739-3952 to order today. Coriander, where flavor meets comfort.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
So,
the way this looks.
All right, we're back. Dawn has a medical doctor visit she has to take over, so I asked Michelle and Lauren to sit in. Ladies, your guests, fantastic. Lots to talk about, a lot of things that they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And you told Randee exactly what I told Randee. I says, you should be on the air, you should be doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Because you just don't understand the power of these cameras and what's on the other side of it and how much it touches other people. You live it every single day.
Every day.
And it's important that they understand, that they are reaching somebody. My family are all teachers. My sister, all the way through my cousins, everybody in the Board of Education, New York City teachers.
Love that. Oh, New York City teachers.
Yes. And I got to tell you, and I wasn't making fun of Dawn that I watched Dangerous Minds. I was going to tell Randee, sometimes you can reach kids through a movie more than you can through words. Parents through a movie more than you can through words. And it's not a knock against the psychological and the medical terminology and all that. I love that, Gizmo.
Yeah.
But then I meet somebody and you tell them, listen, that you watch Dangerous Minds. You see that teacher who took it personally about her students. And all of a sudden, the lights go off. Oh, now I understand what you're talking about. Trying to break it down so they can relate to the problem at hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that must have been fun when you taped it in there. Did you get anything new? Did you learn anything new?
Yeah, I think listening to Dr. Karolyn was informative because she focuses on a different side of it rather than, again, the medical and stuff like that, which is fantastic. We were talking about my little guy, Marco, who's 4, was colic. He cried for 8 months. And
Wow.
I did that with a 2-year-old who was on the spectrum. So those are really difficult times. And I found out later on, after he passed that super colic stage, that chiropractic care solves the gas. We went through numerous swallow studies in and out of the doctors, in and out of the hospitals. He had GERD, he had this different formulas in the whole 9. And afterwards somebody says, did you ever try a chiropractor? And in my head, I'm like, chiropractor? Are they gonna adjust him? Like he's a baby. That's not what it is at all. And that's what she focuses on. So I learned a lot. You're right, I live it every day. And I think you have to each child is different.
That's
and
right.
there's different ways to get through to each child.
It's just like every problem is an independent problem, and you got to analyze it independently. What's good for your child doesn't mean it's going to work for mine. The whole 9 yards. When I used to coach, a first baseman is not a second baseman, not a shortstop, not a right fielder. It's different kids, different personalities. They attach the game differently. All right, switching gears. So you ladies have Couch Talk.
Yeah.
And finally, I got you to myself for a second because I want to talk about the philosophy of what you're trying to accomplish, because we've gone on the road, and we're going to be going to KC Market on Friday. And we're going on the road because we want to reach the crowd. Now, I know you a short stay. I've known you for a while, and I've seen some of the things that you've been involved with. You used to help Steve-O, used to work for him, and he rests in peace. Tell me more about what you're trying to accomplish with Couch Talk. And I want you to be specific with me. I want you, like if you were talking to somebody, telling them, listen, this is what we're doing, and this is the reason why.
I mean, really, I think it really comes down to allowing the personalities of the women to shine. You know, there's so many of us that are in the same type of fields, especially for myself as a planner. I can sit here and post online, you know, I do X, Y, and Z. You'll get 15 other people that do the exact same thing. And when it comes down to a client looking for somebody, they're going to go with who they feel comfortable with. And I feel like the podcast gives an opportunity for women to come on, show their personality, showcase what they're about behind their business. So when somebody thinks of like Danielle, for instance, you know, now people are starting to, you know, oh, Danielle, I saw you online. And now they're talking to her more, where I think before they would have been not intimidated, but just like, you know, she's a pelvic floor therapist. I don't really know if I need that. But I think it just makes them appear more normal and gives them a bigger voice.
Danielle, who does what she does, in my estimation, helps marriages, helps relationships.
Yeah.
It's just not that. Now, you said the word podcast. I can't stand that word because you guys do more than just offer podcasts. You do more than you do just interview. I mean, we've been on the road. You've brought people out. You have things going on. Is this true?
Yeah, we really aim to support small, local, I mean, predominantly women-owned businesses and entrepreneurs, right? So it is about what sets you apart from other people in your career. And it may just be that personality that people see and they're like, ooh, I feel comfortable. I like her. She's smart. She's strong. She's, you know, so I think when you come on and you work with us, it's far more than just coming on and sitting on the couch and telling people what you do. We like to showcase, you know, each person individually for what they bring to the table. So it's important because having a business and being an entrepreneur is expensive. Michelle, what do you call it? Solopreneur? What do you call it? Solopreneur. So I think when you're doing that and you're trying to start a business and you want to make something of yourself, it's expensive, it's hard. You need to surround yourself with the right people. Unfortunately, not everybody's your friend. And if you settle yourself in one specific group or one specific, you know, kind of networking thing, you're keeping yourself closed out from all of the other opportunities. And so we don't charge people to do that. Like everything that we do, you know, there's no, you know, we're a village and we're just women supporting women and we want everyone to be successful. And if we can give them a platform to do so, then that's a success in our eyes. We're happy to bring these, they're friends and we adore them and we want everyone to be successful.
Now I got to tell you, when I was at iHeart, I had iHeart Radio, #1 radio station in America. Had them put the Freddy mic. It was an extra microphone. They hooked it up in there because I sold them on an idea that a business person can come into iHeart Radio and have 30 or 20 minutes, whatever it was, I don't even remember, so long ago, 10 years ago, and they can talk about their business. So you could talk about what you do on the air at 1270 a.m., and it was filmed and everything else. You could talk about what you do to everybody who would listen.
Yeah.
Right? For free. No strings, nothing. You come in, you identify, make sure you got to vet it, make sure the person's normal. And then after that, it's all you. We ask you questions and everything else, right? One person showed up in 12 months.
Oh. What a missed opportunity that is.
What I don't understand is, what did I do wrong? Too easy? Giving them too much?
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was too good to be true.
Well, it was true. So the one guy that came, I had to make him a superstar because he was the only one brave enough to do it, right?
Absolutely.
And we used to talk about missed opportunities is what your business is either going to make it or break it. Yeah. Because if you don't see the opportunity as one thing, but if you don't take advantage of an opportunity, it becomes a missed opportunity, and then you have a difference of what am I going to do tomorrow. So I watch how hard you ladies work. I love it when we go on the road, you have a table, I make sure that the mics are in front of you, the singers, the people that you're associated with, because you surround yourself with talented people as well. And I put that together, and the people that are coming out of it are beginning to see that maybe they matter. Yeah. Maybe they do have something to say. Now, you ladies love to do it with the women. I get it. 100% got it. Gentleman that came in here yesterday, he talks to the dead. I know about him for 14 years. Never had him on my show day one. Never. Wow. And he showed up yesterday. He knows Sarah, he knows Hallie, he knows some of the people that I work with. And he came in here and he says, I've been watching you for a while. But he doesn't come.
But he didn't come on.
So how do you get people motivated? How do you say to the ladies, because I see that you have a bunch of groups also?
Yeah.
Right, that you join?
Yeah. We're in a bunch of different networking groups for women.
And the networking group is great. They hand out business cards, but after the first networking party, you're going to have it again. What do you do?
Yeah, so that's the problem with some of those networking groups is they kind of stay in a very small circle, and so it kind of closes their opportunities to be able to expand on networking and marketing and expanding your business kind of outside of that circle. But my mom always said, surround yourself with people who you want to be like, because that's where the inspiration comes from. So every time we have somebody that comes in, that sits on the couch, that we talk to, that we network with, I see the drive, the inspiration. I love that part of it, because behind every person who's trying to start something, behind every entrepreneur is just a mother, a woman who's trying to make a name for themselves. So I think that's where kind of me and Michelle separate ourselves from other networking things or other marketing ways, whereas we like to bring it full circle and expand. You're not stuck to one thing. Like, we want everybody to come in and meet everybody, and I think that's important, and we like to showcase that.
Yeah. And once you walk into the studio, I mean, you see it's the real deal. You can't, you know,
Well,
you can't deny that.
Hide, yes.
Yeah, you can't deny
But
that.
what about the job you guys do on the road?
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because I was talking to Dawn the other day. We were having a meeting, and we were talking about the different places we go, like Coriander. We went in there, and you saw the personalities that we brought, the personalities that you brought.
Yeah.
And everybody, when they left it, the first time we did it, they said, "Wow, this is for real." Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, this is real.
So what my understanding here is that if you're going into fourth quarter, which is now, and here come the snowbirds, I've been seeing the trucks. The restaurants are getting more busy. Here it comes now. You know, it's time to get all this weight.
Start to drive slower.
And the drive is even more dangerous. But if you have a business, you've been waiting for this time.
Especially as an event planner, this is like the Super Bowl for me.
It is, and and it goes on until about March.
March, April.
So
until it gets too hot.
So then, if your business, if you're spending money on things that haven't been working in the past, because you're still looking for that something, then why wouldn't you invest in yourself
and do something different?
That's really what it's all about. It is something different. It's something different, and we make it fun. We don't want it to be stuffy or tight. We want these women to come on the couch and, you know, just have a good time and be themselves and showcase what they have to offer, because they're really, really great, you know, women that we have. A lot of stories. Like Dr. Karolyn didn't get a chance to tell you, but on our show, don't forget to rewatch that, she was telling her story about her son. And my God, what a mama bear story that she advocated for her son. And that's how she got into chiropractic care for neurology, because he had a work accident and was electrocuted. So you'll have to watch Couch Talk to find out the full story. But those stories dig deep. They're meaningful. They mean something. We are everyday people. And Couch Talk gives you that chance to spotlight who you are.
Well, it's amazing. And again, Couch Talk, when are we airing this? Couch Talk is when?
Well, we went live today, and then we'll be re-airing tomorrow.
Thursday night, right? 7:30, I think we re-air.
7:30 on Thursdays.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. And the object of the game here is that you want to learn as much as you can from the ladies that come in here, and don't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Absolutely.
Try something different. The personalities of the ladies that I have met in here have been trips, man. I'm going to tell you, it's trippy.
Well, and also a lot of these women, they've never had this type of opportunity presented to them. So we're giving them an opportunity that they never imagined they would have of being on radio and TV. So it's
Randee was sitting there. She tells me no opportunity's ever been. I said, I'm going to put you in that room over there, in that corner. Here, I'll give you a mic. Let's do this.
I'm telling you.
I would send it to every football and baseball coach, what she does. In South Florida.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to
they
tell you.
have to have the grades in order to
and I'm gonna
get
tell
the
you,
scholarships.
And they can use all the help. Athletes, student athletes can use all the help that they can get. Mom and dad and everything else can get all the help. You know, it's funny. My sister used to say, sometimes I feel they drop off the kids and I'm a giant babysitter.
Yeah. Every teacher feels
And
that.
I said to her, you got to change your perspective, because that kid doesn't look at you as a babysitter. That kid looks at you as somebody that they idolize.
Well, sometimes they're in school longer than they're at home.
They are. They're always longer in school than at home. And then you get the ones that are having trouble, and those, if it's trouble at home, if it's something psychological, if there's a whole bag here. And that's why I made the reference to Dangerous Minds, because if you got something going on, how the hell you expect anybody to walk a straight line?
Michelle Pfeiffer, that was a great movie. And I think you're right. I think it all comes full circle. I don't think it's always about just the school stuff. You're right. I think the home stuff has a lot to do with it. And that's why it's important that, you know, as Randee said earlier, it takes a village. You know, I mean, I'm a single mom. I have 2 boys, 4 and 7. And I'm thankful for my village. Man, Michelle comes over, my kids, they look forward to it. They love her. And I think, you know, if we have that support system, it doesn't always have to be blood, but I think just having that support system there makes a huge difference, specifically in sports. I played sports my whole life. some of those kids don't go home to a loving house. Some of those kids don't go home to a hot meal. Some of those kids don't go home to a clean bed and clean food. It's important to be kind. It's important to be kind, and it's important to be supportive in general to other people, because the world needs more kindness right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So check out Couch Talk. Talk to the ladies. Talk to them. Let them give you what is going on with them, what is happening with them. It's important that you guys get that message out. And the group of people, not only the group that you have, but the group beyond is important as well. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for coming on here and sharing the spot.
Thank you.
Apparently they loved you so much they kept you on.
Thank you. Hey. Can I just really quick, I want to encourage women. We're getting a lot of feedback right now. It's really positive. Everybody's having a great experience coming to the studio and sitting on the couch. So if anybody would like more information on any ad opportunities or sponsorship opportunities, they can reach us at couchtalkpodcast@gmail.com. They can follow us on all social media, Couch Talk Podcast. And don't forget to like, follow, and share for more information.
You?
Like, follow, and share.
Like, follow, and share.
Like, follow,
I gotta
and
tell you, the experience, and again, I've known Michelle for a minute, but the experience that you ladies are offering, opportunity knocks on the door, but if you don't open that door, if you don't take advantage of it, if you don't explore it, you don't understand it, then learn. You know, give it a shot. I talked to Randee today, just before she came on the air, and I said, you know, you remind me a lot of my sister, the teacher. And I said to her, you should have your message on a bigger amplifier, because there are so many kids that can use your help. And I gotta tell you, you know, not for nothing, but I make fun of Dawn and the interns and the parties and all that. I do that because I know she's a nervous wreck right now. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah. You know, whether one person shows up or 10,000 people show up, it is what it is. I remember nobody was coming and 200 people showed up in here. I got behind the bar, I started cleaning. Gato and his fiance stayed behind to help me clean on the first one. You know, the bottom line is, if you give them a chance, I'm not saying that you gotta say that they are the only deal, but if you give somebody a chance from your heart and they come through for you, just acknowledge it. Yeah. Say, you know, that's a nice job. If mom and dad do a nice job for the son or daughter, just say, you know, mom, you did a nice job. Because at the end of the day, everybody measures by what your son or daughter do, right? Yeah. They don't look at all the ingredients that went into doing it.
Absolutely.
And you can tell good people by meeting them. It only takes 30 seconds. So if they give you an opportunity, take advantage of it. Our house is always open. Yeah. You want to come down, you want to have a cup of coffee, depending on what kind of coffee you want, we do that too. But we will talk about how to make you bigger, better, more noticeable, how to take advantage of the fourth quarter. And we love networking. And these two are some of the best in the business that do it.
Thank you.
So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Tons of gratitude for what you do. And I know it ain't easy. Trust you me. Been there, did the dance. Yeah. But you got to keep going, because you owe it to yourself to show just how good you are. Because you're the best at what you do.
Yeah. And our message is spreading other women's messages.
Exactly.
Which is great.
And we keep growing and going. All right. So, Dawn, we hope everything works out wherever you go. You want to say goodbye? Any last words?
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. We said it.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully your money show is in store. If not, we'll see you at the midday. Don't be late. We'll see you tomorrow.
Do you remember the music of the 50s and 60s?
You better eat all your dinner, and you better be good in school, or you could end up in
The songs that made you dance, laugh, and fall in love?
You know you could be better than a slimy fish.
The family, the food, the fun, and the memories that came with that. Relive those golden days with Peter Tracy on PHT Live, where music and memories come alive. Like and subscribe today at PHT Live on YouTube and get entered to win a free t-shirt. Plus a chance to meet Peter live in studio. PHT Live with Peter Tracy, bringing back the good vibes.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.